Captain Karuna, and I'm here to help you navigate the seas of unconsciousness and consciousness. And today I'm going to bring an intuitive insight on universal themes that I feel are playing out at this time. When I feel into and receive and observe what has been occurring around me with people and how they're relating with their lives right now. And the first thing that I feel is going on is there are opportunities that people have been exposed to in the past months and couple months, and it feels to me like there's regret. People are feeling some regret for actions they didn't take towards those opportunities and feeling like they lost out on those opportunities and they were so great and they didn't take them. And I just want to encourage everyone who hasn't taken those opportunities or didn't take those opportunities at those times that whatever is meant for us, we're not going to miss. We're not going to miss the things that are really for us. It's going to be very clear. And there's a reason that we didn't take those opportunities at that time. And maybe we don't know why. And what we think, how we think things should be, can really get in the way of how things are meant to be and how we're meant to receive things. And later on we'll look back after more time has gone on, because we can't see what's going to happen into the future. So really what we can gather is we'll look back on these times and be like, oh, that looked like a really good opportunity, but I can really see why that didn't work out, and why now that I have this opportunity, and if I would have taken that opportunity, then this opportunity would never have been available for me. So I really want to encourage people that way, who are feeling in any way like they've missed opportunities and maybe regretting over those. Also, so many people are deconstructing their reality right now, and making huge life changes. And I really feel that there's a sensitivity with everyone to disturbances now. I feel like people who are totally deconstructing their reality can feel really disturbing to other people who are also vulnerable and sensitive because they're making huge changes. So I just want to reassure everyone that if you're feeling disturbed by other people's harshness or intensity, that just to be able to look towards compassion for those people and know that they're just maybe going through some really big things you're not really expecting maybe to be going through at this time. Doesn't mean that you have to be around it or you have to tolerate any kind of disrespect, but at the same time, you just know that maybe that's not always how that person's going to be, or if people rub you the wrong way, or maybe people are constantly rubbing you the wrong way because there's so much change happening and people are feeling really vulnerable, and it can bring up people's anger and aggravation from not understanding. So just to be able to have that compassion for yourself too, being sensitive and if you're feeling affected, to be gentle on yourself too as you're going through changes, as we're all going through these changes. And another theme I feel is going on is maybe this leveling, like coming down to a previous level that we've already been, that we felt like we overcame. That maybe our ego and how we, feel like we, have reached, now that maybe we're having to go down to a more basic level and like start down at the ABCs again and be like, wow, I thought that I learned this, but now I thought I surpassed this, or I thought I got past this level, but now I'm back at level 1 and like having to do this again. When I thought that I, was coming from a more empowered place, and maybe people are feeling like their egos are kind of having to take definitely being humbled by the fact that they're having to take a more humble approach to things, that maybe not necessarily settling for things that are less, but kind of to meet certain basic needs. It's almost like we're having to revert back to coming from a foundational place of just doing things in a way that we can get our needs met, and maybe it's it doesn't feel good because we thought we went past that. So just I feel like that's temporary, and maybe it's just a kind of way that we can just remember. I think that maybe God or the universe is just trying to show us that we're not in charge, and that again, even astrologically speaking, with the sun getting in front of Mars, where we had so much drive and like we're getting things done, and then now the sun is coming over Mars, so it's almost like, okay, actually we're going to do it this way. God and the universe has said, actually we're going to do it this way now. So I just felt like those 3 messages were really strong and coming through as the universal theme, and I wanted to share for people out there who are feeling like disoriented from the shifts of this summer. And I want to draw a card. I have my tarot cards out, and I'm going to use my deck that's from Haiti. It's pictures of Haitian people doing in the Rider-Waite type tarot style. I really appreciate this deck. So we have the 3 of Wands reversed. As you can see here, you can see the nice brooms, and he's looking over the city. And kind kind of looking out into the future, and it seems like to me that having it reverse, it's kind of being able to have an overview and be able to see kind of into the future, and it being reversed is kind of indicating to me that maybe at this time it's really not so clear to kind of see how things are developing and where things are going, but just to kind of trust that we're going to get that overview and in time. So being patient and listening to our intuition on what opportunities are really right for us and the steps we need to take to make the big changes that we've been waiting to make. So it was a pleasure speaking with you all again today, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Bye.